Hello, welcome to Danny Mac's Awful Podcast, the podcast for people with poor taste. Ugh, speaking of taste, Johnny, get that wiener out of your mouth. It's Danny Mac.
Job.
I'm here with Jonny Latham. Hello, Johnny.
Hello.
Subscribe to Danny Mac's Awful Podcast Plus. We're going to go extra long on the pod today, so if you're a Danny Mac's Awful Podcast Plus subscriber on Patreon, you get extra podcast, and we're going to drop this episode early for you like we do with all the episodes. How about that?
They're exclusive users.
That's right. Exclusive users, like people who are addicted to a very expensive drug. You're exclusive users.
Or people that already own humanoid robots.
Yeah, that's right. People who have the sex dolls already.
Yeah.
What do we got? We got upcoming guests. If you're in the film industry or you're not, think of questions for an agent and a casting director. Monica Dahlman is going to be on the podcast in the near future. She does the casting for a lot of verticals.
Oh.
And I have many vertical questions.
I have lots of vertical questions.
Maybe I'll get you on for that one.
It's a mystery to me.
Maybe
it's a
you and
total
Natalie.
zero, complete mystery.
Well, it started, they blew up in China a few years ago, but that's where they originated, and now they're just fucking
South
prolific.
Korea's a big one. They just
Right, yeah,
will
yeah.
keep it playing all day and
That's wild, man.
insane.
Yeah, there's people who
I've
are
never
in
auditioned for one or know anything about it.
No?
So I'm in a total
okay for that. And then my agent, Danielle Bilodeau, is going to be on again, and people have agent questions all the time.
always.
They always want to know things. Do you like me? How do I know if you like me or not? And do you watch my tapes? And are my tapes good? Yeah.
Can you represent me?
Can you represent me? Why won't you represent me? I got to tell you, Cherry Float Coke Zero is like the second. It's creeping up
great.
to Oreo Coke Zero
Oh,
for my
really?
favorite Coca-Cola
Oh, wow.
creation. Yeah, I'm having a sip right now because I had just cherry Diet Coke the other week. I still have that, but this could be colder in my opinion.
Oh.
I swear I put these in the fridge last night. Maybe I goofed and just did it this morning. But cherry Diet Coke, very good. This even better.
Even better.
Even better. This is essentially just vanilla cherry Diet Coke. But hey, if it ain't broke, don't mock it.
Not even mad, I'm impressed.
But I have been looking online about buying some more Oreo Coke Zero since they are discontinued.
I was going to say they
Yeah, I found
completely
some on
hidden from-
eBay. They come out to about $30 a bottle with shipping if I wanted to
insane.
get. Yeah, so I'm probably going to buy 6 or 7 and then stop. I will have 3 in reserve, and I will enjoy one a week for a couple weeks. So my budget for Oreo Coke Zero $200.
Other actors go broke from Nicolas Cage buying comic books, except Danny Mac will go broke because of Oreo Coke.
Did Nick Cage not pay his taxes also?
I think so. I'm trying to remember. I do remember that I heard that he got his number one Superman
He
comic.
bought Superman #1, right?
Yeah.
Detective
and so
Comics.
It
Yeah.
got stolen, and he spent 3 times what the comic book is even worth getting his copy back.
Right,
It
and he
wasn't even
did.
and he ended up finding it and getting it back. So
Amen.
I was like, good on you.
Do you know how he got it back? He had to. He found out who the most prolific comic book thief was, and he had his face put onto his face, and he went undercover.
I thought you were going to say, well, first he had to steal the Declaration of Independence. And
There's
then
that
after
too.
That, and then,
Yeah. What else? He had to. It was hidden inside a pig that he had to protect in the Pacific Northwest.
imagine being the thief and he turns up to your house or something, and you're like the guy from National Treasure just found us out.
Surprise, you fucking idiot. And he kicks you in the nuts. Yeah. Nicolas Cage just fucking nutted me, dude. Season 4 of School Spirits has been
Congrats.
announced.
Here I come.
That's the celebratory. I probably should have done some sort of air horn for. I have bad news. There's problems with the Roadcaster.
Oh, no.
It's laggy. The drops are laggy. And so I went online. It's not a huge deal, but there's troubleshooting things I have to try. But
If
I
not,
haven't
we're
been
sending it back and getting another one.
Oh, we're screaming at those fuckers over there at the Road Company. Yeah, I've been praising this bad boy for so long. And if it's no good, well, see, look at that. I just pressed it and nothing.
Nothing? Is it a programming issue or it's a button issue?
It's like I have to hit them at a certain angle. It's like the female orgasm. It's just so touchy and specific, and you have to listen for the roadcaster's breathing to know that you're doing it right. I think I've mixed the metaphors too deeply.
Are you sure if we don't send it back, they're going to be like, hey, these drops have been hit way too many times. Actually, you're only meant to hit them like one per podcast, and that's
They're like, you're not loading Shia LaBeouf drops, are you?
I'm like standing by myself, and 3 gay dudes are next to me, touching my leg.
I'm
I get scared.
not doing that. You don't have several drops about cum, because even the word cum can make the buttons sticky. Yeah. Wait, have you heard my
the
Trump?
console has LaBeouf disease.
Right.
The blue.
What's that, Donald?
We don't like cum.
No.
we don't like cum.
Well, on here we do. We sure do. Anyway, season 4 of School Spirits
is coming out.
Yeah, that's
the
cool.
best promo that season.
I don't even know if I'll be in it, but I'm very happy. At the very least, it means Spencer McPherson will be back in Vancouver.
Yay.
And he can go for coffee with us and come on the podcast.
Amazing.
Yeah, so this one's for you, Spencer.
I have many Zelda-related questions for Spencer.
Oh yes. We should get Milo on too. Milo wanted to be on, but we'll see. We'll see when, if, and when. Well, I guess it is going to shoot.
Unless he's like tangled up.
Oh, that one's for the insiders. Actually, I was at a coffee shop writing with Samson the other day, and while I was waiting for my coffee, the barista said, "Do you know that you kind of have like a Disney Prince look?"
Hey.
And I was like, "Oh, that's nice to hear. Thank you." I mean, I assumed it meant you're handsome. She could have meant you look like a white douchebag. Which now that's occurring to me. And then she did spit in my coffee, come to think of it.
I see.
But I asked her to. I paid extra for that. No. And I said, "Oh, that's nice." And then she goes, have you ever seen Tangled? And I just knew where she was going. And she's like, "I think you could be like the Flynn Rider of that." And I was like, "I got news for you."
I was going to say, Milo better start running.
Yeah. Friend of mine is all over that one. But
You're just calling Milo up and being like, "Hey, mate, are you sure you want to do this role? Because if you don't, I'll do it. I'll just take it for you."
The folks at Disney should know my barista thinks that I would be able to pull that role off. But thank you very much.
If you could be a Disney in a live action Disney movie, who would you play?
I'd play Ariel. I think
I think you'd suit that.
Yeah, and then the racists wouldn't be upset anymore because Ariel's played by a white person, and they could finally calm the fuck down.
What's the blonde guy from Pocahontas?
Is that Eric?
It's one of them.
I don't know. Yeah,
do that.
Is there a blonde guy in Pocahontas?
Is
he the main love interest?
The main love interest?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I only watched the boy Disney movies. Like I saw Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah,
because there's a monster in it. And I saw Little Mermaid because I needed a sexual awakening to happen at some point in my life. But mostly, Guy's top 3 are Aladdin, Lion King, and the other one. What's the third one? There's like a third one that's so quintessentially like 90s
Sword
Disney.
in the Stone?
No.
Fox and the Hound?
No.
Robin Hood?
No.
Jungle Book.
Maybe it's Jungle Book. I actually didn't like Jungle Book when I was a kid.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know. It just felt... Because it's on the older side, right? So I was comparing it to like Lion King and Aladdin, which had like almost like that's like the peak of 2D animation before like Toy Story came along a few years later. So it's like they kind of nailed it. It's like music in the 70s, like right before electronics hit in the 80s. It was like, God, this full band sound and everyone's singing and playing guitar as good as they can. You got like Led Zeppelin, and that's when hip hop is born. And then the 80s, it's like, we can also go like choo 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 and make laser noises, and people are like, and I can do it in my garage, and then just the effort stopped completely.
What was that? What's that famous quote about video games as well, where it's like they were worried if video games will influence kids, and some guy was like, "Yeah, like kids will like be listening to electronic music, popping pills or something." It's like eating pills. I was trying to like comment on Pac-Man, and then all of a sudden that is exactly what happened.
Like kids are
in the
gonna
90s.
Like kids are gonna eat mushrooms.
And think they can go down pipes. And it's like, no, that's exactly what happened to
like
Steve.
kids are gonna do mushrooms and hit the pipe.
Exactly.
Like, well, we certainly are. Like kids are gonna snort crack. What? You don't snort crack.
What video games were you playing?
Isn't that
Leisure Suit Larry?
Minecraft? Leisure Suit Larry. That's a classic pervert video game. I wish I played it too. We saw Project Hail Mary.
It was great.
What's up with
Amaze.
What's up with Ryan Gosling stealing my style in this movie?
Jesus, yeah, he had your there was one moment where he's on a boat on the big aircraft carrier. Sorry, spoilers. And he's literally dressed exactly like Danny Mac.
Yeah,
I literally leaned over and I'm like, he's dressed exactly.
I was just about to
you.
be like, the fuck? Did this guy raid my fucking closet? And then Johnny's like, why is he wearing your clothes? I was like, okay. So Lord and Miller or whoever was on the wardrobe department, I'm onto you. I know that you're stealing my knit wool sweater and stuff like that. Jeez, which is not vegan, but it's used. I got it.
Someone saw you turning up to the school spirit set and snapped a picture and sent it to Project Hail Mary saying, hey, in one scene, he should be dressed like this.
You know, on School Spirits, I got mistaken for crew like several times by several people because obviously I show up looking like shit. And my character is just wearing like plain jeans and like a button up just like that, and like I look like a guy who's just like should be lugging sandbags around. So I would just be talking to people, and then someone would call for me, and then like twice a crew member is like, "Oh my god, you're cast! I never would have told you that story that I just told you, where I was speaking my mind freely like a normal human being." And I was like, "It's okay, dude. I'm not gonna tattle on you for having a soul." Yeah.
Here you go. I've got a quick story for you. So
Let's
I
hear
was
it.
on this show called Home and Away.
Oh,
back
and
in
that's
Australia.
like the Young and the Restless of Oz, right?
Pretty much, yeah. And I ended up doing a lot more episodes. But the first time I went on, I was the end of an episode. Like my character was like the cliffhanger of the episode. And I was harassing a teacher because I was a young bad boy. I'm harassing a teacher
Still are.
at this caravan park. And the little episode finishes with me like banging on the door going like, hey, miss whatever, like come on out. And I was meant to be all things. And then the next episode, because we film everything in the same location, the next episode starts. And it's another kid that's being cast, and he's banging on the door to start. But it's totally
It's not you?
Yeah, it's not me.
Why?
And the director's sitting there, and the director's like, "This is bogus. Why are we filming the next? Why is the kid changed? Like, why is this?" And they're like, "Well, they've just cast it like that." And he's like, "Why?
What?
Why are we just not using this kid?"
Are you a shapeshifter?
Yeah, and then we're just going with a different kid.
Mystique?
So he throws his hands up and he's like, "Oh well, no, that's so done." Cut to a year later, I'm back on the show as a completely different character.
Oh my god, 2 different characters on Home and Away?
We're sitting in the like lunch area, I guess. And that director is telling that story, saying like,
About
"Oh yeah,
you?
hey, there's this one time that there was this kid who," and I was like, "Hey, yeah, that was me." And he goes, "No, I'm trying to say like, this." I was like, "No, that was me. I was one of the kids that didn't." And he's like, "No, but you're playing this character now." I'm like, "Yes, again."
Like,
yes,
also,
that was me. And the director's looking at me like, "It couldn't have been." So I must have been They must have.
That director
enjoyed
is like, I need to not do this show anymore.
exactly.
That was his eye-opening moment. A lot of Aussie actors were on Home and Away.
Yeah.
Right? Did your time on that show cross over with any other Aussie actors?
Chris Hemsworth was on when I was
When you were on.
Yeah.
Right.
So he was. He's a great man. There was another lovely actor by the name
I'd be
of
pretty
Toddler
awesome
Sands.
too if I looked like Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah.
I'd be the nicest guy in the fucking world.
It's actually speaking of True Detective that we were talking about earlier. Yeah, I was on with Reese Wakefield, who I think was in the second season of True Detective. He was an Australian actor, but yeah, pretty much. But it stretches back to like Isla Fisher was on there for many years.
Was it Margot Robbie on there or no?
She was on Neighbours.
Neighbours is the other
Neighbours,
one, right?
Yeah. Some people have done both. Like this, it's funnily enough that some.
How many
people have done,
episodes
like,
of this show are there? Like 5,000?
Oh, exactly. Yeah, it's 5 episodes a night. Like you can watch
Jesus.
it. So it's on weekly.
And when you're doing like a soap opera, do you show up and then they show you your lines? Like, because they're writing up until the last minute.
They change
right?
it all the time.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
My other two quick stories about Home and Away is one is we're filming in this whole episode, and then out of nowhere they realize they haven't scheduled an entire scene. So this other director goes, we'll get John and her, and we'll just go over to that tree over there. And they go, okay. And we just snuck this scene in that none of us
tree
know.
over
We
there.
went over to that tree and they just filmed it. And then they went
kind of
back
bogan
to
production
the
is this?
exactly. It was a very professional one, but they just shoot so much and so much.
Right.
And there's a famous character on there named Alf, and Ray Meager, I believe, is
Alf?
Alf is his name.
Like as in the little alien puppet?
Yeah, exactly
okay.
like that. And then, he's been on the show for I'm not even joking, 40 years. Like he's been on there since it started, and he's like an older gentleman. And watching him as an actor, he'll get the block of the week,
right?
And it's just this massive. Back then, it's probably changed now, but back then he just get this massive pile of pages of scripts,
right?
And he just fluts through it, picks out his scenes, puts it in a little folder Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And when he's on set, he'll pull it out, read it for the first time.
Jesus.
Just look at it and go, okay. And
down to
then
his
just does it.
science.
Just so effortless.
So he's trained, so his memory, now he knows how to at a glance do his lines.
He's a glance
now.
just stuck in his head. Yeah.
Do you find that as time went on, you got better at learning your lines? Because I'm finding that lately.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, because I always I would over prepare because very early on, one of my first things, I dropped my lines and couldn't remember them, and it just terrified me. I was on stage back in Edmonton, and so I've over prepared since then.
Yeah,
and so I don't really know what my capacity for line learning is because teachers would then say, "Oh, you learn your lines very quickly," and I'm like, I am just committing way too much time to it. I actually don't know, and I don't think I've got a very good memory in general either. But lately, I've been spending less time learning my lines. I'm still spending a lot of time thinking about the character and the audition I'm going to do and stuff. But I'll be like, oh fuck, I haven't actually learned my dialogue yet. Way before, couple hours before I got to go to bed and then tape it the next day.
Yeah.
And I get it down pretty quick.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier than it used to be.
Do you find that certain things are easier to
Yeah, if it's well written, it is so much easier to learn.
Memorize, absolutely.
And I will tell you, the stuff that's always toughest to learn for me is the really the stuff that's just that we all make fun of all the time as actors that we audition for. It's tough to learn that shit because no one talks like that.
I was chatting to the director of Mech Warrior the other day, and he was talking about how he gets frustrated with actors not knowing their lines. It's your job to turn up and just know it. It doesn't matter, you should just do it. And I had to agree to disagree a little bit, and I was like, those Mech Warrior lines were so difficult.
Oh, dude.
I would.
That is still my worst
rehearse.
audition I've ever done. The Mech Warrior stuff. I was like, I don't even know what I'm saying right now.
I was like, I've worked with Matt a couple times, and shout out to Matthew Lee. But worked out with Matt a couple times, and I remember him giving me a scene, and I just had it down pat within 5 seconds. It was 3 pages, it was great. But it was a really nice dialogue flowing thing.
Right.
That one I shot with Roman the other day. Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
So, and Mech Warrior, I was like, I could go to bed going, I have this. It's memorized 100%. And then I'll wake up and not know a single word.
It's gone.
Nothing has stuck.
It hasn't retained anything.
No. So,
yeah, that's rough.
oh, dear.
But it is getting easier, I'll say. And a lot of it, when it's conversational, it's the easiest, right?
Yeah.
Because when
100%.
someone's line is a question, you're like, well, there's only so many things a human response to this can be, and it narrows down, But it's when you have these monologues and you're not really talking to someone, you're just sort of talking at the audience, and a lot of it's exposition. Actors complain about having to do exposition, but I sort of like the challenge of making it sound not like exposition. I think I'm okay at that. So, people are like, look at this, it's all expo. I just have to explain what's going on in the scene and what happened before, and it's basically I'm doing the previously on, and I'm like, well, make it sound natural. Make that a challenge for yourself.
James Spader on Boston Legal had those literally 10-minute monologues for his closing arguments for every episode, and I just was at awe about this poor guy just must get the script and go, oh, I have 3 full pages of monologue to learn.
I gotta find this. Kirkwood, Kirkwood Smith, right?
The name sounds very familiar.
So he played Red Foreman on that 70s show.
Oh, yeah.
And there is a show that is exquisite and no one has seen it, and it's called Patriot. That is also correct. Except for the exquisite part. But there's a show called Patriot that he's on. And he plays a guy who is the manager of a company that like makes pipes. And it's just the boringest fucking... Anyway, there's a scene where he had to... And I'm going to play it for you in a sec here. He had to rattle off a bunch of stuff that's nonsense. And like later, I was like, is this real? Does he know what he's talking about? And it's just made up bullshit, which makes it even more difficult because you can't even research what you're about to say.
No,
So you have to assign value to these made up things, which is a lot of what you do because all the sci-fi dialogue that you do. But geez, I hope I don't have to listen to a fucking ad first. But
I think I mentioned this on the pod before, but when I did Mass Effect, I had replaced like an actor had filmed a big chunk of it already, and then I'd come in and taken over for him because something could happen. And so many times I was like just saying the words, like whatever was written on the page, I was just saying it. But then there was times after we've shot so much, I'm like, oh, so the flummadagobs, those are those things. And then they were like, yeah, it is. And I'm like, I didn't get any info. Like the other guy got all the information about what everything was. I just kind of had to
You're
come
like,
in
oh,
and
the
take it over.
flubberty-gobs.
The flubberty-gobs. Oh, that's what we're fighting.
Listen to Kirkwood Smith just talk about some utter... Hopefully this works here.
Could have covered some of this ground in Luxembourg, but you fucked that up. But they're still on the hook. Now, don't overpromise this week.
Right, so he's
Sell
trying to
them on the
psych up his
structure.
salesman to
You
go
can talk
sell
about it with confidence.
whatever the
Keep it
fuck he's
simple.
about to
Little
talk
something
about.
like this, John.
Yeah.
Hey, let me walk you through our Donnelly nut spacing and crack system rim riding grip configuration. Using a field of half-C sprats and brass-fitted nickel slits, our bracketed caps and splay-flexed brace columns vent dampers to dampening hatch steps of 1/2 meter from the damper crown to the spurve plinth. How? Well, we bolster 12 husk nuts to each girdle jerry, while Flex Tandems press a task apparatus of 10 vertically composited patch amplers. Then pin flam-fastened pan traps at both maiden apexes of the gym joints.
That's just like rude.
It just
something
reminds
like
me
that.
of that Rick and Morty episode, you know, where they're like,
Yes!
the plumbus. First
Fits into the schleen.
Yeah, and then you take it over the
But like
flange.
writers like, God, I have to explain that the girl got kidnapped. And it's like, listen what Kirkwood Smith just did. That guy just fucking... That was
And by the
90
way,
tongue twisters.
Nailed it. I was fully
Dude,
involved.
he
just then.
rocks the shit in that show. That show's
man.
great. 2 seasons, Amazon Prime, Patriot.
Yeah.
Such a sleeper. Dude,
Amazing.
It's incredible. Very dark comedy.
Awesome.
Very good. Extremely high stakes. Here comes a burp. You ready for it? There we go.
Tasty.
Yeah, tastes like everyone just stopped listening to the
Kind of
podcast.
just floated out of you.
Yes, like a
quite cherily.
a cherry, but it was cheerily.
Cherily.
Well, should we talk about? Should I give some updates on my that I've been robbed here?
Sure,
I
give
think
it, please. I've been
people are riveted there.
scouring Facebook marketplace. For
Thank you, as
silver
have
cutlery.
I. Johnny, as everyone who listened last week would recall, Johnny was my undercover man texting someone. I also went undercover trying to text someone else who I thought was the thief, and they weren't. So I just quickly was like, "Oh, never mind. Stop texting me."
By the way, that guy I messaged, and he was like, he was so pushy. He was like, "Do you want it?" And I was like, oh, I think I wrote, like, I've just got to talk to my boss. He loves these things or something like that.
Forks?
Then, yeah, exactly. And then I got back to him and I was like, hey, yeah, it's unfortunately a bit too pricey, but thanks for that. And he goes, that's okay. And then it goes, this user has rated you or something as like a buyer, but I can't see my rating, so I don't know
I'll
what he's
check it
given
for
me.
you after this. Jeez, I'm like ruining your rating. What is this, a bachelor party
It's
using
like-
someone's Airbnb account?
But I was also like, I was just someone that was inquiring and then said, no, actually, no,
Right.
not interested. Like, surely
Yeah.
that happens 100 times,
course.
like on a marketplace ad. But
I almost think maybe that is a person selling stolen goods too. All this, there's so much
giving out bad ratings
sterling
and-
silver cutlery. But for those who don't know, someone broke into my storage unit last week, used bolt cutters to open all the storage units, robbed a bunch of people, and I got my great grandmother's silverware set taken, which is in the storage unit because it's too big to have in my apartment. It's in this big box. So that's why it was down there. So anyway, I'm extremely pissed off, and I'm going full True Detective on this one. I am trying to hunt down a motherfucker. So for some reason,
have you thought about like leaving a trail of silverware, like in a row,
right.
and seeing if someone
going
comes
to do
by
that.
and start,
Yeah.
you've got the giant cardboard box with a stick and a rope, and you just got
like a Bugs Bunny cartoon. Someone's just bent over picking up teaspoons, and then they walk over and I have a shotgun in their face, and then it's boom. So anyway, I don't know why this has been relegated to me, but the cop assigned to my case and the landlord are both like, well, I'm busy. So I'm going through the security footage now. My landlord is just letting me into the office so that I can go through security tapes myself.
This was just listed.
What was
and
it?
it doesn't have a box.
Those aren't mine. I can, dude, I can spot my own silverware a fucking mile away now. It is not that, just from the pictures I've had to study.
Did you want this free iguana?
That's weird that's on Facebook Marketplace, but I'm also not surprised. So anyway, I'm going through all the security footage, right? And I've got like 5 days where it could have taken place, the theft, right? And then I remember,
I'm just going to keep showing you
it's
silverware.
not. It's not. Stop looking, because this is part of the update too, Johnny.
Okay.
So you're
I'll
wasting your
stop
time right now. Anyway, I'm going through the security footage. There's 5 days worth of security cameras for me to look through in 4 different camera angles.
Jesus.
So that's 20 days worth of time I've got to look through. I'm like, I got to narrow this down. There's a paraplegic guy in my building, and he has nurses and people who bring him groceries several times a day. And I heard that he had a lockbox outside of our building, and in it were keys so that the team who comes and helps him out and gives him food, that they can show up. I heard that was stolen. So I went to talk to him, and I was like, when is the last time... Because one of his nurses called him and was like, the lockbox is gone. You got to come down and let me in.
Jesus.
And so I'm like, when did that happen? So then I was able to narrow it down to, okay, if the person who broke into my storage unit had the keys to the building because they stole the lockbox, then it couldn't have happened before this date.
Yeah.
And then I started looking at the security footage to see, and here's the fucking rub, dude. From the camera, you can see outside kind of where the lockbox is hanging, but the steel frame of the door blocks it completely.
No.
And I'm like, fuck, this would have been so much easier. However, I zoom in, and during the day, you can just barely, through this grainy-ass footage, see the shadow that is cast from the lockbox onto the wall. And I was like, is that a shadow? I am Batman.
This is Detective Comics number 3.
This is DC. I'm True Detective, not Batman. Fuck that rich boy. Fucking Nepo baby, Bruce Wayne. So then I compare it. I try and find when the shadow isn't there. And either I'm going insane or I've found a 12-hour period of time where the theft of the lockbox took place. Then I'm like, well, you can see on the camera when there's lots of movement, but so you would think I'll just go to when there's movement, but there is a light that is broken in our lobby that flickers, and so everything was recorded. So I just start guessing. I'm like, this couldn't have taken place before 1 a.m. because people are coming and going in my building a lot. And boom, I spot them. 4 a.m., 2 guys, my landlord's next to me. I was like, do you know these guys? She's like, nope. One's covering his face with a mask. They're both carrying their bikes once they walk in. They're trying out different keys at the front door until they figure it out. These are the guys.
Yeah.
We then see them go into the storage room.
Just to track back, they did steal the lockbox?
They did steal the lockbox because they have keys to the building now.
Yeah.
You see them come in the lobby. You see them look for cameras. They don't find it. You see them try different doors that the keys don't work for. And then eventually they try the storage room. They go in there. 30 minutes later, they leave. And one of them leaves with a blue bag around his back, which he didn't enter with. That is my building manager's husband's toolbox.
Oh, shit.
Toolkit. So it's like literally they've stolen something. So now I send it to the constable assigned to my case, and I go around flyering the neighborhood. I'm like going up, I'm asking the homeless guys in my neighborhood, like, do you know these guys? Yep. And they're like, yes. Like a bunch of them are like, I see these fuckers riding their bikes around, they're pieces of shit. I am definitely mentioning that these guys stole the set of keys from a paraplegic guy who used to be, who used to serve his country. Is literally a paraplegic war vet who they stole the keys from. So I'm like, I gotta mention this because people are like, so now I got all these people on the lookout for them. I'm going to liquor stores. People at the liquor stores have seen these guys too. So I'm like going up and down the neighborhood trying to fucking find these guys. I am in full demented, like True Detective. I'm a dog with a bone, man. Like,
hey,
and I
don't steal from Danny.
And there's one person who will let this go even less than me, and it is my mom. Linda is truly demented on this one. Like
Linda's flying out.
My
here
mom,
to, track down.
They better pray Linda doesn't get a hold of them. She emailed 35 different places that buy gold and silver and pawn shops, and she sent them pictures. She's like, She's on the lookout.
Hey, if you see this, let us know ASAP.
Exactly. And so maybe people didn't know this, but in Vancouver, if a pawn shop buys gold or silver, you have to get someone's ID, and then you can't sell it for a month because it has to go through the VPD system so they can confirm that it wasn't stolen.
That's
exactly.
Cool.
So yesterday, my constable emails me. He says, I'm going to read this email right now. He says to me,
are you allowed to, even with it being an ongoing investigation?
No one listens to this, so I don't give a shit. He said, the constable said, hey, Danny, just wanted to provide a quick update. We seized some silverware from a pawn shop today, which we believe may be yours. However, we still have further investigation before we can confirm. So who knows yet? I'm still waiting to hear back, but he's got the pictures. He knows exactly what it looks like.
Do the cops recognize the guys? Because I've found that with whenever we've had issues on Granville Street and I talk to the cops or I show them footage. Or especially when I was at LAMP, so many times we'd show the cops footage and they'd be like, oh yeah, we know exactly who this is. And they can just literally
That's what I
go
thought
up
as
the 2
well.
blocks and
My
find them,
constable doesn't, but their faces are going to be put through whatever sort of AI the cops have to sharpen the images. Because you saw the pictures that I posted, which I've put all over my building. Oh, here's the other part.
But wait,
there's more.
If you order in the next 24 hours,
you will get another lame anecdote about me getting robbed.
And some of Danny's silverware.
So remember last week
would be a set of steak knives.
I was talking about my neighbor who, when me and my building manager were at the scene of the crime, my neighbor walked by. He's like, oh yeah, I knew we got robbed this morning at 8 a.m., but they didn't take anything of mine, so I didn't say anything. And we were like, what? You didn't call the cops? You didn't tell anyone? You didn't even text the building manager? And then later I made a very snarky comment to this man because he said he was late for a meeting. That's why he didn't think to text my building manager in 6 hours that we'd been robbed.
I saw this man get murdered, but hey, my 5 o'clock can't wait. Sorry.
Exactly. Yeah, fuck. I got to get on Slack with the team. Oh my God, is that my father who's been killed? No, it's just a man. Okay, I'm out of here.
Fine.
So this guy, and then I drop a, hey, glad you got your meeting though, and then I leave, and he's like, whoa, but I just hear excuses as I leave. So anyway, I'm putting up flyers around my building of the guys, and I'm like, call me. Everyone has my number now.
Yeah,
I'm the lead detective on the case. Well. Dude, I'm going, I went to A&W, McDonald's, all the liquor stores. Yeah, I'm like, call me. And then after that, I say, alternatively, you may be able to contact the police to arrest these guys. So I'm first on the scene when this shit goes down. I'm showing up with a fucking crowbar if these guys get seen. Okay, so anyway, that neighbor last week, that was that. I put one in my elevator, right? There's no camera in my elevator. 20 minutes later, I take the elevator, and the flyer that I put up there has been ripped down. I'm like, what kind of fucking hater would do this? And the other ones are up in places where a camera could spot you. And I'm like, this is someone with intimate knowledge of the building. What sort of hater would do this? I believe it's that guy. I think it's that neighbor. And here's something funny, too. When me and my building manager were going through the footage, we saw him go downstairs a bunch of time at 2:30, 3 in the morning. And one time we saw this dude waiting outside our building. My building manager's like, I don't know this man. I don't know who he is. And I was like, I don't know who he is either. And then that guy came down and let him in. And she goes, that is not his husband. Yeah. So this guy was like, really? We should go through the security footage now? He didn't want to do that at the time.
Interesting.
He's worried that we will bust him cheating. I
have a feeling like that's what,
I'm onto things here. I'm true detectiving stuff. I'm not even trying to true detective. Now I know this guy's cheating, probably. Maybe his partner was waiting upstairs and it was a third.
So what do you call it? Law and Order episode. You know how they occasionally have those things where they're like, oh, we see this one guy, and they go interview the one guy. He's like, I'm just the garbage man. I threw some garbage out that day. It's like, did you know it had a body in it? He's like, nope. And they're like, oh, well, that's a dead end. It's not
hey,
him.
pal, I just work on the dock. He's the, hey, so I like to have sex with a random person every now and again.
They're like, Oh, dead. Ice-T has to just be like, dead end. And then they move on from
But I've got a new snarky comment loaded up if I ever get trouble from this guy. I'll be like, I saw lots of stuff on those security cameras, my friend, so you better be nice to me. I'm not going to narc out his whole vibe, but, I'm saying.
What if it was, he had ordered the people to come by to steal the lockers?
Son of a bitch.
They were
Let's
his
go break
lovers.
his legs right now. I'll have you knock on his door so that he answers.
Then you'll have
he'd
two
look through
paraplegics in the I shouldn't laugh.
That's right. No cap. There's two in the building.
There's two in the building now.
Okay, what else do we got here? Anyway, and now I also understand why people complain about insurance providers, because I'm going back and forth with insurance. It's so annoying, man.
Oh, they're the worst.
They're trying to lock me into a semantical argument over the definition of the word collectible. Like, it is like we're both throwing like dictionary definitions at each other now. It's so they're like, sorry, you're not covered for arts and collectibles. And I'm like, this is silverware. And they're like, but you weren't using it. And I'm like, because the set is too big for my home at the moment. So I'm keeping it in storage. And they're like, no. And I'm like, yes. And so
just
it's a
keep
whole
fighting
fucking
them.
thing. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, just do the thing. I had a friend who had their magic cards ruined, like because a big flood happened, and like all his like very precious magic cards. And the insurance was like, well, it's pieces of paper. Like, what are they worth? It's like, this is the point, mate. Like, it's like they.
Let
just
me
tried
tell
to
you.
say, like,
Perhaps I can conjure up a number for you, you fucking idiot. I'll tell you how much they're worth.
My favorite was I got hit by a car when I was younger, and like all my teeth smashed out, and I was a pedestrian, and the insurance company for the other guy, who was actually like, the other guy was really nice, but his insurance emailed us and sent a letter to us saying like, we know that you're responsible for the damages to this car, blah, blah, blah. And my dad just wrote back, you do realize that he was a pedestrian in this situation, and we never heard from them again. And I think somewhere along the line they were like, oh.
Yeah, their automatic email.
His human body did all this damage.
Oh, speaking of automatic emails, I should mention ChatGPT is handling my case for me completely on this. I get a response back from the insurance company, and they're like, nah, bro. And like 30 seconds later, I have the most cogent response to them being like, actually, based on what you said my usage was, I would be covered. Like, there's no way they don't think that I'm using AI for this one. But I use Chat is helping me out a lot with this one.
I use Gmail for work, and every time I go to send an email, obviously the new AI, like,
is it Gemini or whatever?
I think so. Yeah,
Google Gemini.
It just keeps rewriting my emails for me, so they sound way professional. And it's only until this moment that I've realized my emails weren't very professional before this.
Yeah, we're like, why come work on time?
Yeah, exactly. It's like,
then a picture of an ingrown hair on your ass that you meant to send to a doctor or something.
I'll get some guy that messages me and he's like, oh, please can I be taken off bar watch? I really didn't want to, I didn't mean to like throw that glass across the room. Normally I just reply back with, no.
Ooh, I got an update from the cop right now.
Ooh,
just
live updates.
Because I asked, what's the pawn shop? And I'm like, you probably can't tell me. Hi, Danny. Thank you for the list. I gave him the itinerary.
Ooh.
The amount of spoons. Unfortunately, I cannot share the details of where and how it was found as we're still investigating, but I will keep you posted with further updates. Folks, stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. This is the place to be for true crime stories here.
Exactly.
Thank God that this guy is not out catching rapists and murderers, and he's doing some real police work right now.
Finding those forks.
Yes, finding my butter knives. Yeah. Hey, any luck locating my ice cream spoon? I know the world is on fire right now, but my grandma wanted me to have it really bad.
Can you just tell me that at the end, if he finds all your cutlery, he gives it back to you. He's like, there you go. Now you can use it again. And you're like, oh no, it's going straight back into storage.
I'll be like, no, I don't use this shit. Yes. Watch my insurance provider's like, see, he said he doesn't use it. It makes it a collectible. You sons of bitches.
I just want to get deeper. I want the neighbor that ripped the poster off to be the person that works at the insurance company that's emailing you back saying it doesn't matter. Like,
speaking of demented true detectiveship, my mom was like, what if your building manager is behind it all? I'm like, the lady watching security camera footage with me for 6 hours. And she's like, it could be. And I'm like, yes, it could be, but it's a pretty low score that you don't really know if you're going to make any money on it. So did you have a local town conspiracy, like, or a thing that was No, not really. No. What about you?
We had Wollongong, Australia has Metho Man, which was a guy that would, like, you'd see around town and who's drinking.
Isn't that the mayor of Wollongong?
Probably. Metho Man. And there was many stories that Metho Man was super rich and actually owned this really big mansion, like in the hills kind of thing. But no, he doesn't want to be rich, so he just walks around town drinking methylated spirits. And I think I was the only person where I was like, or it's just a guy that just is a supreme alcoholic and drinks methylated spirits.
That's much more likely.
That was our.
That's much more likely.
conspiracy.
Oh,
Ooh.
did not mean to. Hello, please. I know that Danny, the best detective in the world, has caught you stealing silverware, but don't jump. You have so much to live for, like Danny and Johnny breaking your knees for wronging him.
Just get down
brother.
so then we can hurt you, not you hurt yourself.
Well, I hate to add, a sour flavor to the proceedings of the podcast here, but we do need to clear the air on a couple things here. Let's see. Summer, are you there? Hello, Summer.
Hello.
So, Summer, I think we need to clear the air a bit here. We were playing Fortnite the other night.
Oh, no.
And you had said, don't shoot this guy. I'm going to kill him. And then do you want to give your side of events of what took place, what conspired after that?
This is what happened.
Okay.
Johnny,
Lock in, everyone.
fucking usual. Johnny, as usual, was nowhere fucking near us, okay?
Yeah,
One
I'm definitely the
single
one that runs
person,
away
one
from the
single
team.
Left from a team that Danny and I had wiped. There was one person playing trios, mind you.
Mm-hmm.
And I go, I've got this. Already pumped like 200 bullets into him, okay? I'm like, I've got this. Johnny's nowhere near me. He somehow sprints from behind me and steals the kill last
And
second.
assists the
He
kill.
goes on, and then he
Assists.
goes on and on about, oh, I got the assist on that one because he stole it from me.
Yeah, you stole the kill.
Well, I was trying to assist.
Stole the kill from me. And then
Oh, boy.
he has the nerve to gaslight and say he had been shooting them first.
I did put a lot of bullets in
He
them.
wasn't even looking in the direction.
This is a damning statement here, Johnny. Do you have anything to say to defend yourself?
I like to assist my friends with their murderous rampages.
It wasn't an assist. You just stole it.
Well,
You
I just
stole the
thought
kill.
it might need a little extra bullets in him, and so I thought I'll just do a little spray that way, and it just happened as I spun around.
To a little
okay,
spray.
that's
that
great.
way.
But what about fighting that happened after?
Well, I
And
was
you
trying to
shot-
run
you
and
said you
catch up
shot
to the
him.
car that keeps driving away without me all the time.
That is
Because you take 9 years to get in the car.
that is also true. Well, I'm hearing a lot
You
of
take
truth.
9 fucking years, bro. And also, I have
feel
another
like this is
bone to pick with
projection.
you that night that we were at that fuck ass castle.
You're cutting in and out
we
a little,
reboot
Summer.
this man.
Yeah.
We reboot this man
Mhm.
because he spends more time as a reboot card than he does on the team. We
Just like coming along
and
for the
we
ride.
mark shield for him. Okay, we go. Here's some shield, Johnny. Here's some shield. He dares. He's like halfway across the map.
Mhm.
We get wiped, and he goes, "I told you I had to go get." And I was like, "We marked like 9 different options for you."
Yeah,
Mhm.
but they would, I didn't want to have to share them.
Yeah, I think that's
Are
the
you
problem.
playing with your ass?
It's almost like Summer's self-censoring the parts that cut out. Are you playing with your ass? Summer, you want to play? You want to play a game?
Yeah.
That's a new drop there.
I
Okay,
like
I
it.
got a game for you guys. I'll get some music going here.
Okay, great.
This game, I don't have a great name for it, but it's called.
Who shot who first?
It's called Stuff the Other One Should Know. So I'm going to ask you guys questions that your opponent almost certainly has the answer to. And we'll see how much you know stuff that the other person would know really well.
Okay.
About each other or about?
You'll see. Summer, I'm gonna
Okay.
ask you something that I know Johnny knows the answer to. And then vice versa.
Okay.
And we'll see.
Oh, I see.
Steals are in effect, okay? All right,
Okay.
question number 1. This is for Summer, a question that I'm sure Johnny would know the answer to. Okay. Summer, in ounces, what is the highest amount of alcohol you can serve to a single person at one time in Vancouver? In ounces, what's the highest amount of alcohol you can give to a single person at one time in Vancouver?
6.
Johnny, that's wrong. Johnny?
It's wrong.
Yeah, do you know what it is?
3.
3 is correct. A point for Johnny there.
Fuck.
Okay. For Johnny, here's something that Summer would probably know. What is widely considered the biggest and most prestigious modeling agency in the world, renowned for representing top-tier talent like Bella Hadid and Gigi Hadid?
Shit. Is it Shine Models?
Shine is incorrect. Summer, do you know?
IMG.
IMG is correct. I meant to play it. PK Fire. For Summer, Summer, what do you call the 3-word submission hold applied to an opponent's back using one arm to wrap around the throat while the other hand locks behind the head, cutting off blood flow to the brain? It's a 3-word submission hold. What do you call the 3-word submission hold applied from an opponent's back using one arm to wrap around the throat while the other hand locks behind the head, cutting off blood flow to the brain?
Because obviously it's not a chokehold. Fuck if I know. I have no idea.
Johnny?
A half full Nelson.
It's a rear naked choke is what I'm looking for.
Not a half full Nelson.
No, but maybe that could describe it. Let's just say no. Okay, for Johnny, what is the name of the ghostly pirate recurring character on SpongeBob SquarePants?
Oh, damn it. I do know this one.
What is the name of the ghostly pirate recurring character on SpongeBob SquarePants? While he thinks, Summer, do you know the answer to this?
It's a ghost.
Well, don't answer it yet. Johnny has a chance. Summer doesn't know the answer, Johnny. So
I'm going to kick myself.
I think I do.
Okay, Johnny, you got
What's wild is I had the PlayStation 2 game that was like SpongeBob and the Curse of... and I'm just trying to remember. No, I'm lost it. It's not going to come
Summer,
to me.
what do you think for the steal?
Mark Hamill just did the voice for him as well.
You're both wrong. It's the Flying Dutchman.
That's it. Oh my gosh.
Flying Dutchman. Yeah, that's rough.
Oh, I was thinking of the guy in the portrait.
What's crazy is I remembered Davy Jones, and I'm pretty certain his ship is called the Flying Dutchman.
Summer, what are you talking on? Are you on speakerphone?
My phone. What's wrong with?
It's just cutting
it's
out.
Your phone. Your phone. I actually have something. I have a bone to pick with you about that. Your phone is so bunk.
Hey, that sounds better now. Whatever you're doing now. Maybe you're just talking closer now. Okay, next for Summer. What, for half a point each, what are Steve Irwin's children's names? There's a boy and a girl. What are their names for half a point each?
Oh, yeah, I have no idea.
Okay, Johnny.
I can't remember his name. He's on Dancing with the Stars, right?
Bindi and Robert. But
Bindi and Robert is correct.
Robert.
National treasures.
Okay, for Johnny, here's something Summer should know the answer to. On which streaming platform did looks-maxing creator Clavicular rise to fame?
Ooh.
On which streaming platform did looks-maxing creator Clavicular rise to fame? What an insane fucking sentence.
Wait, I'm meant to guess this?
Yes. This is something Summer should know the answer to.
Is it Kick?
Why would I know
Yes,
the answer?
Johnny, it is Kick. Johnny got one.
That was a wild guess.
Very good. Okay, Summer. Which 2007 first-person shooter is set in 1960 in Rapture, a decayed underwater city founded by industrialist Andrew Ryan that spun several sequels? What do you think, Summer?
Halo?
It is not.
Awful.
Johnny?
1960s?
1960s?
Halo?
Halo's like 500 years in the
I don't know.
future, guy.
Jesus. Bioshock.
Bioshock is correct.
Bioshock.
Yeah. Okay.
We have told her to play that.
Yes, we have told her to play it many times. Okay.
Summer, would you kindly please play Bioshock?
Yeah, I'll play Bioshock.
Okay, Summer, for you, something Johnny probably knows the answer to. Australia does not have an officially declared national sport. I would like you to name one of the two most recognized national sports due to popularity. One is considered their summer sport, and the other is considered their popular winter sport. Name either of the de facto Australian national sports.
It's a trick question. We don't have winter.
Yeah. Basically, what are one of the two biggest Australian sports?
I don't know. Rugby?
Would you count that for Australian rules football? Is that even close to
Yeah,
rugby?
it's similar.
Okay, we'll give Summer a point there.
I'll give that
Johnny,
one.
do you know the answers for both
I
of
would
them?
have said AFL, which is Australian.
Yep, that's it.
football,
Australian
and
rules
then
football
cricket.
and cricket.
And
Yeah.
cricket, yeah.
But Johnny's
Cricket.
going to generously give you a point on that one. Okay,
Oh, thank you so much.
Johnny.
Like I generously helped you assist with that kill
All right.
of mine.
All right. You're going to get me worked up again.
Johnny, what is
She
the
holds
newest
grudges, hey? I completely forgot that
Summer?
happened.
You think? What is the newest Resident Evil game called?
Resident Evil 8.
Resident Evil : and then it's a word.
Okay.
What's
Resident
the subtitle
Evil,
of the newest?
I don't know, Silent Nightmare or something?
No, Summer.
Requiem.
Requiem is correct. I also would have
Resident
accepted,
Evil 9.
I also would have accepted Rectum for no
Rectum?
reason at all other than it's
Rectum.
funny. For Summer,
Ass to ass, Requiem? Is that
which three ingredients make up a Negroni? Summer.
Ooh.
Something Johnny is going to get the
Negroni.
point on if you don't know your boyfriend's favorite drink is how to make one. Which three?
Bourbon.
Wrong already. Johnny for the steal.
What?
Gin, sweet vermouth, and Campari.
That is correct.
Oh my god.
Okay. For Johnny, the most prestigious...
Summer's playing this game like she plays Fortnite. She's not very good at it.
Oh, I'm nervous.
Johnny.
Like when he tried to kill that guy and I had to come in and save it.
Oh, shit.
Danny loves to quiz his guests.
The most prestigious runway for models is found during which week? During which week would you find the most prestigious runways for models? Johnny.
Oh, Paris?
Yep, Paris Fashion Week. Yeah, I'll give you the point for that one.
Fashion Week.
Summer. Which other animal appears on the Australian Commonwealth coat of arms alongside the emu? Which other animal is next to the emu on the Australian Commonwealth coat of arms?
Koala?
It's not a koala.
No, kangaroo.
Yeah, you can give her that one.
I'll
Do
give
you want
her
a
that
quick
one.
fun fact
Literally,
for the
she
listeners?
could have only said koala or kangaroo for any. Yes, Johnny.
A quick fun fact
I was
for the
just thinking,
listeners.
because he... Yeah, do it.
The kangaroo and the emu is on the Australian coat of arms. Guess why? Because they are the only two animals. They're our national animals, like for Australia, but they cannot go backwards.
That's right, and it's to symbolize always moving forwards.
Always moving forwards.
That's
yeah,
right.
That's it. Even though we lost a war to
fun.
emus, so that's fine.
Emus are such fucking dicks, dude.
We literally
they picked
lost-
two really dickish animals.
For all the
Also,
listeners, you need to look
Ew.
up the Great Emu War. The Australian Army lost 2 emus. I'm not making this up. It's an actual thing.
they were better with drones. It turns out. It
Yeah,
was
we
very
can figure
strange.
out we could do the quiz, and then if you want more info about the Emu War, it's pretty great.
Johnny. Am I on Johnny now? Johnny. In which cult film directed by Jared Hess would you find high schooler Summer Wheatley? In which cult film directed by Jared Hess would you find high schooler Summer Wheatley?
Napoleon Dynamite.
Correct. It is Napoleon Dynamite. Summer, would you have got that one?
Maybe.
One of my first
I guess
pickup
we'll never
lines
know.
to Summer was about Summer. Girls named Summer are usually awful in movies, and,
Yeah.
I cited Napoleon Dynamite and 500 Days of Summer.
And then did you find out she's awful in real life too?
Hi-oh!
I lived up to his expectations. What can I say?
Yeah.
Okay, Summer. Released in 1994, the song Closer is considered the most popular song by this 3-word industrial rock metal band. Released in 1994, the song Closer is the most popular. Oh.
9 Inch Nails?
Yeah.
There we go.
Wow, she got one. Johnny's 9 Inch Nails hoodie is in rotation. Okay, for Johnny, Summer's from Calgary. Which animal comes before the word town to make up Calgary's nickname?
Oh, fuck. I want to say moose, but I think it's cow.
Moose.
Final answer?
Cow.
It is Cowtown.
Yes.
Very good, Johnny.
Countdown.
Moose Town. Yeah.
Moose Town is crazy.
Moose Knuckle. Or no, wait.
right.
Is that what I'm thinking of? Summer, what is Johnny's favorite animal?
His favorite animal?
Yeah.
Pomeranian.
I mean, I do love Pomeranians.
Half a point.
Because of patches.
But that's a dog. Maybe I'll give you half a point for that.
I do love dogs.
Johnny, what's your favorite animal for a full point?
Wombats.
Oh, I got this one wrong.
Oh, right. You showed us those pictures.
I thought it was an
remember?
octopus.
I do love octopuses. That's fair.
Shit,
Yeah.
minus points for me. Okay,
Octopus
I
and
fucked that one.
Octopusy.
See, but I really, oh man, I'm getting too meta here. I like.
I don't even know if
consider
an
that
octopus
a
is an
sea
animal.
creature.
Yeah, I don't think it's in
You
the
said sea
kingdom
creature,
of
I'd be like
animals.
100%
actually.
octopus.
Yeah, I fucked up on that one. Johnny, which rapper gave us the term munch, as in he a munch?
Oh, Lil Jon.
No, Summer for the point.
Ice Spice.
It's our girl Ice Spice. That is
No
correct.
idea.
He a
Bro,
munch.
what are these questions you
I
think that I
literally
like?
only
Summer,
found
you
out.
knew that
Like-
instantly. I was like, before I even
Of
said
course, because-
I had no idea who Ice Spice was until she appeared in Fortnite.
That's
And
how I
had
learned
no
most
idea.
of Gen Z icons. Yeah. Are they in Fortnite? You know, Gen Z icons like Dwayne Johnson, 60-year-old
Yeah.
giant man. Do I have any more here? Johnny, from which country did Summer get her dog?
Ooh,
These are
Enzo is a great
Baba.
dog.
These are just personal questions. now.
Czechoslovakia.
Czechoslovakia is wrong. Summer, where did you get your doggy from?
Mexico.
Mexico is correctamo.
Does he bark in Spanish?
1, 8, 9. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 questions each. Okay, it's a pretty close score, guys. By only 1 point, Johnny is the winner.
Hey.
Damn.
Nicely done.
Like
Nicely
I
done.
won that kill in Fortnite.
Hell yeah.
PK
Hell yeah.
Summer, I just got an update from the cop assigned to my case.
Yes, tell me.
He said, I can't tell you the pawn shop we think we got it from. That's it. That's the
Oh,
update.
perfect.
Yeah. My
Sorry,
mom
thanks,
instantly was like, ask him which one. Because my mom emailed all the pawn shops and she's like, and now my mom wants to know if her true detective work is cracking the case here.
Do we need to dress
Oh
up
man,
and
we've
go
got
into
two
pawn
detectives.
shops and be like, do you have any cutlery, sir?
Yeah.
Of the
Yeah.
silver variety?
Yeah.
Cutlery.
I'm just going to look for an average buyer of illegal things. I'll be like,
also love
yes, I would like some cocaine, an illegal dick sucking from a prostitute, and you got any salad forks kicking around as well? Stolen, preferably, please.
I also don't know why we had to disguise. Why we had to disguise? We could just walk in. They don't know who we are. Like,
True.
I don't know
I don't know why I'm doing this
disguising
voice
myself.
too either. Yeah. Oh, brother.
He's completely absorbed like the detective the past like what has it been like a week?
Oh,
I was like doing stakeouts at like because some of them told me they hang
like-
out by Davy Square
you
up
should
by
see
that
the bags
7-Eleven.
underneath Danny's eyes right
Yeah.
now. He stayed awake.
I
Just
look
watching.
hot,
I'm sure
but in the
listen,
way that,
people
like,
who listen
footage.
to,
What, Summer? Go on.
I'm sure people who listen to the podcast can tell, or maybe if they listen close enough, but Danny goes through phases depending on like what media he's consuming or like what's going on in his life. So
What the
he
fuck are you
literally,
talking
like,
about?
Literally, and it's
Carmelo, what the fuck are you talking about?
it's super fun. It's super fun. I love it a lot, and
Yeah.
it's so fun to see this detective thing where he like is like brooding and he like sleeps till 1 and he's like, oh, I've gotta go hit the streets, Summer.
I'm literally like going to gas stations and liquor stores like, hey, you see these two guys? You fucking call me if you see anything.
He's got flyers.
Summer, you missed his Cloud Atlas stage when he was walking around going, "That's the real true," and
Oh.
started.
Summer
speaking
got
out.
my wire phase though, where I was talking
Ooh.
like Prop Joe for a while.
Yeah.
Perhaps I could make you a proposition. Sounding like a
Mad
very
Men,
overweight man.
The
Mad Men.
Wire,
Yeah.
Sopranos.
I remember when he
So
was
I've-
like
I've
doing
seen
meth
quite a few
after watching
phases.
Breaking Bad.
Yeah, that was pretty fun. Damn.
Oh
Shit,
my
I should
God.
go back to that. You know, I'm here to sell you meth. Doing Spencer's impression of Jesse Pinkman. Yeah. Okay,
Well,
Summer's going to
Danny's
be...
seen a couple of my.
Let's see.
Oh, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
yeah.
Oh no, thanks so much for
I said
having me.
Spencer-
No, I was actually gonna leave.
Quiet.
So-
Let me plug your show you're doing this week. When are you going to be on the other show? Summer is now being she's doing the talk show circuit. She's starting with the Danny Max
Oh.
Awful podcast.
Oh, she's
You wanna
doing
plug-
another
Oh, I
podcast.
haven't. I don't even think I've announced this for my own social media.
Well,
so
let
this
it be
is-
heard,
this is
girl.
So exciting. Deets with Duddy. I'm filming, and it will be released on some certain date. I'm sure.
The meat
Unless it's horrible,
The
then
meat
he
with
won't.
Duddy. The meat?
Deets.
The
Deets
I know.
with Duddy.
I know the name of the show.
Whose podcast gets more listens?
Your mom.
Almost certainly your mom is the answer to that. Yeah. Okay, Summer.
No, he's got a fantastic show. Please tune in.
Thank you for playing. Thank you for getting 7.5 to Johnny's 8.5 points. I think it was a pretty close game, Summer. Pretty close game.
Pretty close to like
pretty close. I was actually going to leave first. So for the listeners, I'm on a time crunch, so I have to go.
Yeah,
you guys have kept me too long. I gotta go.
She's really busy. She has to Google.
I'm really busy.
Is BioShock for sale anywhere on Steam? Yeah.
Gotta go. You're breaking up. You're out.
Damn, I love getting hung up on. Classic girls hanging up on me. Okay, everyone, Johnny and I are going to keep recording. If you want to hear the extra long version of the podcast, subscribe to Danny Mac's Awful Podcast Plus. It's on Patreon. It's the top link in the show notes. So whatever you're listening to this podcast on right now, open it up. Go to the show notes. The top link should be Patreon. Unless you're already listening on Patreon, and then it's a sweet little message about how I love you.
Also, they have to listen, because what happens if you get another update?
I'm probably going to get several emails from this constable. Constable Jeremy is his name. Jeremy's on the case, but I'm really
put his name out there. He could be undercover.
Oh, fuck.
He's just released. He just got blown his cover.
He got his throat slit right now. They're like, hey, this guy's on Danny Mac's Awful Podcast. Kill him. He's like, no, I'm so sorry. Anyway, he becomes a season sorry. No, I'm so sorry. Don't kill me.
What if the robbers? Have you ever mentioned the cutlery in your storage locker on the podcast before?
No, because I forgot it was there.
I was going to say, what if that was if you had, and that was also another element to this, that they listen to the Danny Mac podcast, and they go, oh man, we heard he has some cutlery down there.
That would be fucked up. That would be brutal. It's Simon Barry.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how he's funding his Netflix projects, stealing my great grandma's silverware. I can't wait to see the security footage of Netflix showrunner goes into will buy gold now pawn shop. It's like, hey, does it matter if these belong to an idiot? Can I still? No, it doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't matter.
Okay, everyone, subscribe. It's a couple bucks a month. You support the pod. I'll be your best friend. You get perks. You get the show early, and you get extra pod. Johnny and I are going to keep recording right now. But for those who aren't subscribers, we'll say goodbye to you.
Bye.
Bye. Love you.
You cheap ass.
You fucking cheapskate. You fucking cheap son of a bitch. Maybe Tony Soprano is coming back.
Yeah. You listen to this podcast and you can't spare a dime.
On the day of my daughter's family. The day of my daughter's facelift, you come here. The day of my daughter's BBL, you ask me for a favor.